I've been procrastinating on this video for a while because I wanted to make it like a big video, like, have like editing, thumbnail, scripts, whatever. But I realized it's gonna take like 5 days, and I just don't have enough motivation for that. And plus, I'm mostly making this video for myself because nobody's gonna see this anyway. So, I just wanted to express how much I like Soulcreek after reading it, and thought it would be a good idea to try to make a YouTube video out of it, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna just cover it with lots of spoilers. I'm not gonna do like a spoiler-free version. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, the writing. The story itself is it's amazing. Like, I did not expect it to be that good. The last novel I ever read was like Don Chorus, and that novel was I thought it would be the best novel I ever read, but this novel exceeded any expectations I ever had. Like, at several points, it felt like the writing was almost speaking to me. Maybe this feels weird, but like, it just addressed all the issues, like, or any, like, I would think like, oh, I don't like this about the story, and that would immediately fix what I thought about. Like, one example, I remember thinking something like, oh, there isn't really like this like big thing that a main character does that like it has big consequences. It feels like there's no big consequences. And then the whole Act 2 thing happened with him like genociding 30 fucking furries, and yeah, that was more than trust. And yeah. But yeah, the writing was just like very captivating, like just, I don't know, like, I'm not really good at writing. I can't like explain all the principles that were used, but like I always felt hooked. Like, there was always something like that, like always maybe some question that would left to be answered, like, how do black zones work, or like the main one, like, in the beginning, like, what is the algorithm, what is the second part of the algorithm, like, what are some of the characters hiding, like, like Loken's anxiety, like, where is it coming from, what is his backstory, and like all of this, it was like, I don't know, it was just so cool. And like the writing, you can tell the creator, I don't know if he like write books or whatever, but like you can tell his style is like, it's very like, I don't know how to put it, it's very book-like, if that makes sense. Like, like how books have a certain way of writing where they use like I don't know, complicated words maybe to describe like scenery, and I don't know, it's just like it was a good mix of like simple dialogue and good scenery description. And all the characters felt three-dimensional, like to comment on someone else's review, or to quote someone else's review, if the character has a sprite, there's probably more to them than you know. And I mean, the whole story had such a big emotional impact because what's happening in the story is just so ridiculous. Like, our character genocides 30 furries people, whatever, and like it somehow also kinda like is like explained properly to the point where like I still hate the fucking main character for it, but like it still kind of makes sense, and like in a way you still forgive him for it, which is again ridiculous. And yeah, and I can't speak as much on art or like music because I'm not as much an expert on that, because it hasn't really like, I don't know, interested in me as much, but it still does play a big part in the novel, because like with the art you can get more invested into the story. And like for me, I have struggles with like understanding scenery descriptions and imagining them in my head, so like having pictures to reference, it was really helpful. And specifically the music as well, like, it's a horror novel, and having those sound effects to like help you to like build up the tension, that really helped as well. Like, generally there was this moment with like the bear or whatever is like informed one, where like the group of like informed ones attacked main characters, right? Main character Loken and the other guy who like is blind, and like that moment genuinely scared me. I was like, wow, I didn't think this novel would be able to scare me, but it did, and that was really cool. And yeah, the art again, I I don't have much to say about the art or sound, or at least not as much as the story. The story was the big driver to like, the writing was just really good. I just always felt engaged, and like, the one thing I will say, like, if I had to cherry pick one thing I didn't like about the novel, this is like, again, such a like little nitpick. Again, this novel is just like a 10 out of 10 for me. But if I had to cherry pick one thing, it would be the ending. The ending just does not fit into the story at all. like they had this. They did like this whole thing where it's like we are like trying to become, I don't know, a god, or like some sort of become, I don't know, prevent the past from happening. I don't even know. It makes no sense because in the end, like, right, they had this whole like scene where it's like, you know, we split on our own paths, we grew, you know, we go on our own adventures, but we'll come back, you know, we are training our own acolyte, you know, and there is, you know, it's kind of an open ending, but it feels like there's still enough closure, you know what I mean? Like, you can still, this is what I like, I think. I don't really like when, like, I know or story leaves everything up to interpretation. Like, it makes sense, right? It's hard to write a complete story that, you know, and it leaves the reader a lot of opportunity to imagine things for themselves. But like, I do like it. I do think it has its place, but I do like when people make it so there's more closure. And like this video guy, the writer, and also the guy who wrote the music, I don't know, dude, I am so jealous of him, can I be honest? I don't know how the fuck he's so good at this. He's probably also really young as well. It's just like, man. Like, it's just like, you know, not to be really judgmental of other novels, but it's like when I read now any other novel, it's like, damn, this is not as good as Soulcreek, and it never will be. It's not a bad thing, obviously, you don't have to be like the best of the best, but it's just like, man. And he has like on his Twitter bio, like, it like says like something like, oh, you know, I'm still figuring out what I'm doing, or like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, bro, you wrote one of the best novels I ever read, and like tens of other people agree with me, and you say you don't know what you're doing. Like, come on, bro, like, be honest with me, like, be real. But yeah, like, this novel just like, after I finished reading it, it's like left me thinking about all sorts of stuff. It's just like impacted me in such a way. It like made me think about like grief and how we process grief, and like you know, different insecurities like with Loken and stuff, and how they impact you, and like, you know, how upbringing impacts you, and like especially like this whole thing with the path. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's why I started making music. It's because like, oh yeah, I remember why it impacted me so much with the whole past thing. It's like, I was like, okay, I don't know why I want to do music, I don't know what I want to do, right? I don't have this like strong pull towards anything, but if I'm gonna make something, I want like, my goal would be to make something, whether it be, you know, a piece of writing, art, music, whatever, something that would impact someone, even ideally as much as this novel did impact me, or at the very least a fraction of that. Like, if I can make a positive impact on someone's life from my work, like, that would be my goal. Like, that would be so cool. And I think that's my main goal with like, you know, in life right now. Like, I think that's something that's easy to strive for, because I don't really have, again, like a strong pull. Like, even with music, I like it, but I don't feel like this like crazy passion about it. But I think that goal kind of would be really cool to strive for, and I think I enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, again, I just like, I could not recommend Soulcreek more, you know, like, I spoiled the whole, I didn't spoil the whole story, and then you know what this is, it's just like my rambling, because it's not really a review. I mean, it is kind of, but like, I spoiled the entire game, but like, I don't know, it's just like, the lore, oh yeah, also the world building is really great, like, there's, you know, stories, like, the extra stories, like, building, you know, like, explaining how the war went, and the training of Loken, and like, there was like so much thought put into world building, and like, also this novel is finished, which is something you really rarely see in like VNs, especially in like these like furry VNs, because it's just like, it makes sense because it's mostly just like passion projects, but like, you know, it's really cool that it was able to be finished, and just like, I wish the best for this radio guy, because like, it feels weird like making something people call like the best novel ever, when like it's like one of the only things you ever wrote, and it's like, you know, he probably wants to make other shit, but like, you know, kind of like maybe the pressure of like having to live up to that expectation, you know. Obviously, he doesn't have to. He can, you know, he can make whatever, and I'm sure people would enjoy it. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't even know what this is about. I just wanted to ramble about how much I enjoyed Soulcreek because I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what this video is about. Anyways, yeah, this is it.